Welcome to the February 15, 2011 meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have a roll call, please?
Authority members: Draymond.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Najarian. Here. Parazian.
Here.
Weaver. Chair Quintero.
Here. May we have your report?
Agenda for the February 15, 2011 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, February 10, 2011 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next?
Next is oral communications. You had one card submitted. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Housing Authority may question or respond to the speaker, but there will be no debate or decision, and the matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for an investigation and a report.
I have one card, Herbert Milano.
Housing Authority Chair Quintero, members of the Housing Authority, city staff, my name is Herbert Milano. For many years, I have been supporting the sustainability of the programs that are being funded through the Community Development Block Grants. Primarily, the sustainability of all of these nonprofits who need continual support year to year. Now, I have been a proponent that the CDBG Advisory Committee meet year-round, so that they would have an opportunity to do several things, among those a continual evaluation of the progress of the various different nonprofits. As you all well know, the problems with the New Horizons came as a surprise to many people. And I've been advocating for some things that would lead and allow the staff to evaluate these programs a little bit more closely. If we have programs that have and demonstrate efficacy, if we're able to monitor how they perform, if we're able to evaluate their performance with regard to, for example, the number of volunteer hours provided or the number of hours provided to individuals who partake in these programs, I think there will be a significant benefit both in the evaluation and the expectation of performance. So I'm suggesting that the CDBG Advisory Board meet year-round because there are many things that they could be doing to evaluate and help sustain these programs. Also, I've been suggesting that we augment the sustainability of these programs through city funds, basically through the general fund. Of course, the usual answer is that we don't have enough money, but as you well know, the significant increases in payroll and benefits have gone through the stratosphere. We have plenty of money for pension funds, but we don't have enough money to basically provide the most basic sustainability to these programs. And as you well know, HUD and the federal government are cutting, especially now, CDBG funds. It's on the federal agenda right now to cut those funds even further. So how do these organizations and these nonprofits who take care of the most disadvantaged individuals, those individuals who have no safety net, how are they going to be sustained from year to year unless we are able to say, look, whatever, we will fill the gap, whatever the federal government doesn't provide, so let's come up with a number like $1 million, let's say it started initially. So if they get $750,000 from the federal government, the city provides $250,000, so at least year to year there will be a guaranteed amount that they could count on. It gives, a certain amount of sustainability and expectations for them. I have come up with other ideas that I suggested in the past. The other idea is that the city could provide out of the 20% that it keeps for administration, that it provide a consistent service, for example, an online accounting system that could be the same for all of these organizations. This way you have a significant sustainability with regard to the training, to the ability to be able to switch people back and forth. You have additional individuals who are trained on the same programs. And basically those could be bought online as a software as a service for a very small amount for the number of users. The city could purchase those, learn how to use those programs, and then train all these nonprofits on how to maintain their information. That information can then become useful for people who are evaluating their performance and their finances and so on. Because what these organizations don't have is a consistent staffing for administration. They just don't have the funds. If they hire a quality administrator, they'll have it for 6 months. If they're lucky, they'll have him for a year. And without that sustainability, these organizations cannot really go after the funds they need on their own to augment the funds they get from HUD or they will get from the city. So I believe that the programs that we found with New Horizons could be solved by this type of policy change. I think that the problems with many nonprofits and their sustainability could be also corrected if the city fills the gap to a certain amount that you could budget on a yearly basis. At least these organizations will be able to count on a certain amount on an ongoing basis, and they can then put their energies towards augmenting their funds through additional requests for grants and funds through other sources. Thank you very much.
Okay, what's next?
Any authority member or staff comments?
Comments? I hear none.
Move we adjourn.
We are adjourned.
A second for the adjournment? Thank you.